In an age where gender reveals can sometimes spiral into over-the-top spectacles or controversial headlines, Jasmine and Matt chose a different path, one filled with heart, humility, and a touch of cinematic magic. What they didn't anticipate was that their simple, heartfelt celebration would go viral, captivating millions and earning the title of the most wholesome gender reveal ever. It all began with a letter. A love story rooted in patience and purpose. Jasmine and Matt aren't your typical internet celebrities. In fact, they never set out to become famous at all. Their journey began in a small town in Oregon, where they met as teenagers volunteering at a local animal shelter. Jasmine, always the planner, dreamed of being a pediatric nurse. Matt, a bit more free-spirited but endlessly loyal, had plans to become a middle school art teacher. They grew up together, weathered the awkward years, and supported one another through college, jobs, and life's small victories and tragedies. After 9 years of dating, Matt proposed during a rainy afternoon walk through Forest Park, with their golden retriever Charlie bounding ahead. There was no crowd, no drone, no spectacle, just two people who had always known they were meant to spend their lives together. That same spirit, grounded, real, and utterly in love, defined their approach to pregnancy and parenthood. The pregnancy announcement that started it all. When Jasmine found out she was pregnant, she and Matt decided to keep it private for a few months. "We wanted those early days to be ours," Jasmine later shared in an interview. "There was something sacred about whispering we're going to be parents just to each other." Eventually, they shared the news with a homemade video that featured clips of Matt painting a nursery wall soft sage green, Jasmine flipping through baby books, and Charlie the dog wearing a tiny Big Brother bandana. The video, set to soft acoustic music and stitched together with obvious care, was posted to their shared Instagram account, which had fewer than 1,000 followers at the time. But it caught on. Slowly at first, a few hundred likes, a couple of comments from parenting blogs, and then, like a gentle wave turning into a tide, it began to spread. "People told us they cried watching it," Matt said, clearly still surprised by the response. "It wasn't anything fancy. It was just us." That video racked up over 2 million views in a month. But it was nothing compared to what came next. Planning the reveal, something for the heart, not the algorithm with attention now on them. Jasmine and Matt had a choice. They could lean into the influencer game, branded content, elaborate setups, sponsored posts, or they could stay true to themselves. They chose the latter. "We asked ourselves, what would make this moment meaningful for us and our child someday?" Jasmine explained. "Not what's viral, not what's trendy, just what feels right." That's when they came up with the idea of the letter. Instead of exploding confetti, fireworks, or colored cakes, Jasmine and Matt asked each of their family members, parents, siblings, close friends, to write a letter to their unborn baby. The letters would remain sealed until the day of the gender reveal. Then, one of those letters, chosen at random, would contain the answer, "You're having a daughter," or "You're having a son." The idea wasn't just about the gender, it was about love. Words of wisdom, prayers, hopes, a time capsule of emotion and support. The day of the reveal, no stage, just a backyard and a blanket. The gender reveal took place in Jasmine's parents' backyard on a sunny Saturday afternoon. There were no photographers, no drones, just a tripod camera, a cozy picnic setup, and Jasmine and Matt sitting cross-legged on a blanket under a blooming dogwood tree. Charlie lay beside them, tail wagging. On the blanket sat a simple wooden box containing 12 sealed letters, tied with pale yellow ribbon. Jasmine and Matt looked nervous but excited, holding hands as they prepared to pick one. "I feel like my heart's going to beat out of my chest," Matt said in the video, which has now been viewed over 8 million times on Instagram. Jasmine laughed, wiping tears from her eyes. "We waited so long for this moment." They chose one envelope, the fourth from the left. It was from Jasmine's grandfather, who had passed away just weeks before. The letter that broke and healed the internet. Jasmine's hands trembled as she opened the envelope. Her grandfather, Poppy, had always been a quiet, deeply thoughtful man. He had insisted on writing his letter weeks in advance, saying only, "It's something I need to do." Inside was a single page, his neat handwriting filling the page. Asterisk, "To my great-grandchild. You don't know me yet, but I've been dreaming of you for a long time. You are loved beyond measure. Your parents are two of the finest people I've ever known. And I say that not because I'm biased, but because I've seen them love each other in a way that is rare and pure. Whether you are a boy or a girl does not define your worth. What matters is your heart. Be kind, be brave, be gentle with yourself. But, just in case you're curious, you're having a daughter." Asterisk. As Jasmine finished reading, her face crumpled into a soft, overwhelmed smile. She leaned into Matt's shoulder as he kissed her forehead, eyes wet with emotion. "I hope she's just like you," Matt whispered. Charlie barked as if on cue, and the camera caught the sun filtering through the leaves, casting golden light on the new parents-to-be. The aftermath, why the internet fell in love. What followed was a flood of comments, shares, and reactions, not from fans gawking at spectacle, but from people who saw something familiar in Jasmine and Matt: real love, real life, and a reminder of what matters. One top comment read, "I've never cried at a gender reveal until this one. Thank you for showing us that intimacy and connection can still exist in a world chasing views." Another, "The way they honored their family, their future daughter, and each other. This is how you start a family. With love, not fireworks." Parenting forums shared the video. Psychologists praised it as a model of healthy emotional expression. Even celebrities chimed in. One actor reposted the video with the caption, "This, just this." But Jasmine and Matt weren't chasing fame, staying grounded amid the attention. Despite the attention, Jasmine and Matt have kept things simple. They've turned down sponsorships for baby products, and instead partnered with a nonprofit that supports young parents in need. All proceeds from their now famous video, which they monetized only after requests to make it giftable, go directly to this cause. "We didn't want to make money off our daughter," Matt said, "but we did want to make a difference." Jasmine now writes a monthly blog, not about influencing, but about the honest ups and downs of pregnancy, from nausea and self-doubt to joy and quiet late-night kicks. Her writing, like everything else about their story, is refreshingly real. The legacy of the letter, perhaps the most beautiful detail, came a few weeks later, when Jasmine shared that they had framed her grandfather's letter and hung it in the nursery. Next to it is a handwritten note from Matt that reads, "Dear Ellie, you were loved before we knew your name. You were celebrated before we knew your face. And you will always, always know where you came from, a family built on kindness, letters, and love." Fans were quick to praise the couple again for how they're choosing to parent from day one with emotional openness, grace, and legacy in mind. A reminder for us all in a time when digital moments often prioritize flash over feeling. Jasmine and Matt gave the world something different, a story rooted in values that many long to return to: authenticity, connection, and family. Theirs wasn't just a gender reveal, it was a love letter to their daughter, to each other, and to a world that needed a little more hope.